Okay, so we're going to be doing the fifth player profile on Colby McKercher. So last year he averaged 88.5, um, but I think he got a few more kick-ins a bit later. So if we look rounds 1 to 6, I think that he averaged 0.8 kick-ins, and then from 7 onwards he averaged 8.6 kick-ins, and then as you can see here, in this part where he didn't have as many kick-ins, he averaged 58.5 Supercoach, and then in this part with more kick-ins, he averaged 106.5 Supercoach. Um, so yeah, I think he got a few more kick-ins. I think because like Sheasel and Scott stopped getting a few. Like they moved. I think Scott, his role was like a bit inconsistent. But I think he played a bit more wing as the season went on, which is why he didn't get as many kick-ins. And then Sheasel, I think, started to play a bit in the midfield, so didn't get as many kick-ins. Um, but McKercher still like shared a lot with Fisher, um, and I think like his amount of kick-ins like is a bit inflated even for like when Sheasel and Scott stopped getting kick-ins from 7 onwards. Because Fisher actually missed a few games, 17 and 18 and 21 and 22, which allowed McKercher to like get a few more kick-ins, which I don't think will happen. Like obviously we can't assume that Fisher will get injured again next year, so I'm thinking maybe McKercher gets like maybe 6 kick-ins a game next year if he's sharing with Fisher. Um, so yeah, that's not quite as much as this 7 to 24. So maybe we might not be able to expect that 106.5 average that he had in that period. Um, but I think we could comfortably say he probably goes at 100 average. Um, just because I didn't explain this, but for kick-ins, I think you get like 0.25 for playing on, which I think McKercher does pretty much every time. And then if it's effective, I think you get like 3 points as well. So he was getting like 20 extra points from kick-ins in this section, but maybe he gets like more like 15 next year if he keeps sharing with Fisher. Um, but yeah, so probably I'd say lock him in for like at least 100 average, I think. Um, and then potentially a little bit more, like just from natural improvement, because I think he's, yeah, 19 years old, like 2 days older than me, um, and yeah, so there's going to be a bit of like natural improvement there. Um, but can he be a premium? I maybe not quite based on what we've seen so far. Probably has to go closer to 110, maybe a bit less than that. Um, So definitely a bit of a risky pick, um, but I reckon like there's a decent chance um, that he can become a keeper. So if you think that's possible, like he's definitely got a lot of value. Um, but yeah, for me, 50-50 whether I'm gonna pick him at this stage. I just think there are probably like a few safer options um, in defence who could be like have a better chance of being a premium.